Hey, Locker Room Access, welcome back. Episode 2 of Who's Cookin'? We've got a big game tomorrow night at 6 p.m. against Virginia Tech. As you know, we bring you the regional favorites from each team we play. And when I think of Virginia, I think of so many great foods. You've got the seafood down in the peninsula, Norfolk, Virginia Beach. You've got great barbecue places all over. But I wanted to get down to one of my favorite dishes. It's a dish I never had before until I came to UVA. It's called Brunswick Stew, and it was originated in Brunswick, Virginia. Now, any UVA fan will know that Brunswick, Virginia is synonymous with the greatest player that I ever played with and one of the all-time UVA greats, Bryant Stith. This is a hearty meal. We're doing it in a slow cooker today. We're going to cook it all day. Should be ready for game time. I'm joined by a friend of the program, Chef Mark from Palm Beach, who's going to take us through his version of Brunswick Stew.
So as Chris said, he only had Brunswick Stew when he first went to UVA. I grew up in Philly. We didn't have Brunswick Stew. Moved down to Florida, the South, had a few versions of Brunswick Stew here in Florida and in Georgia and in Virginia. So what I'm doing today is I'm going to combine what I think are some of the greatest aspects of Brunswick Stew into one dish. You at home making this for game day, you can do what you want. You may not like lima beans in your Brunswick Stew, don't add them. Add black-eyed peas. You make it your own. It's very easy, very simple. I smoked some Boston butt this morning, and it's been going for 12 hours. I just shredded it, and I took the easy route out with the rotisserie chicken. I bought a chicken at Costco and shredded it, just as good as a chicken I could make. We got lima beans, corn, okra, some homemade tomato sauce, a can of chopped tomatoes, some potatoes, onions, barbecue sauce, and chicken broth. It's as simple as that. All we have to do now is combine it in a slow cooker with a few spices. I have garlic, crushed red pepper. Once again, if you like it spicy, kick it up a notch. If you like it less spicy, don't add the crushed red pepper. And salt and pepper, and just a few dabs of Worcestershire. So we're going to start, Chris. Let's
get it on. We'll start with the meat. As Mark said, he smoked this all day, rotisserie chicken. You can go to your local barbecue place, pick up some barbecue if you don't have time to smoke it. It's all good. It's going in the slow cooker. The flavors will combine. This is a dish you cook all day, feeds a ton of people. We've got some corn muffins and butter and hot sauce that we'll serve it with. So we're really dumping everything in. There's no magic to this. Here go the lima beans. The okra are key. We got some frozen corn. You can hand pick it if you want. We did not. We've got potatoes. We've got crushed tomatoes. Some onion. We're going to do a little barbecue. Oh, let's do the tomato sauce there.
There we go.
We got about a cup of barbecue sauce.
Some chopped fresh garlic. All these flavors will combine over the 8 hours. We're going to cook it on low.
We'll get our crushed peppers in there. Let's do those as well.
A couple tablespoons of Worcestershire. I like the flavor, so I'm going to add a little bit more. Some fresh ground black pepper. And I went with kosher salt, but don't think it's going to matter. Chicken broth.
Some chicken broth to bring it all together.
And as simple as that, we're going to put the lid on it. I guess we should stir it up a little bit. And we're going to cook it on low for 8 hours. And as Chris said, this will be ready for game day. Easy meal, feeds a bunch of people, fun to have on game day.
Yeah, make sure you make your Brunswick Stew. Send us your pictures of your recipe or your suggestions into Locker Room Access. Who's Cooking Part 2 Virginia Tech? Let's go Who's. Let's go 8-0.
Go Noles.